Easement, based on Section 282, subsection 1 of the National Land Code, is any right granted by one proprietor to another in his capacity as such and for the beneficial enjoyment of his land in accordance with the following provisions of this chapter. In layman's term, it is a legal right that allows one person to use another person's land for a specific purpose, such as accessing their property or using a portion of it. Based on Section 282, subsection 3, the land for the benefit of which any easement is granted is in this Act referred to as the dominant land, and the land of the proprietor by whom it is granted as the servient land, provided that where on the subdivision or partition of any land, the benefit or burden of any easement ceases to be attached to or binding upon any portion references in this Act to the dominant land. As the case may be, the servient land shall thereafter be construed in relation to that easement as excluding the portion in question.
Okay, there are 4 requirements that need to be fulfilled for the creation of easement, as stated in the case of Ellenborough Park 1956. The first requirement is that there must be a dominant and a servient land. To fulfill this requirement, the 2 portions of land, to separate, they must be adjacent and neighboring to each other and must have 2 distinct parcels of land. They should be close to each other for dominant land to derive benefit from the right granted by the servient land. Okay, secondly, dominant and servient landowners, they must be different persons or bodies. Because easement are rights that one person has over land owned by another person, and therefore it doesn't make sense to suggest a person has a right of an easement to the benefit and detriment of their own land. Don't you agree? Alright. Thirdly, rights granted must be able to benefit the dominant landowners, and the last requirement is that there must be a right capable of forming the subject matter of easement. Because what it means is that the right granted must be definite, which means it must be capable of being expressed in words and not being too vague. Furthermore, there must be a competent grantor and grantee who have legal capacity to effect the deed. For example, under Section 282 of National Land Code, only a registered proprietor has the right to create an easement.
Alright, there are 2 requirements to establish a valid easement under the National Land Code 1965, which is the creation of an express grant and upon registration. Firstly, there is a must for an express grant to be created under Section 284 of National Land Code. According to Section 284, subsection 1 of National Land Code 1965, easement shall not be acquired by way of prescription. For example, presuming that a grant can be created from a long and uninterrupted user. In other words, an implied grant cannot create a statutory easement. As seen in the case of Datin, Siti Hajar and Murugasu, the court laid down the principle that an easement could only be granted by an express grant as provided under Section 284. And an express grant can only be made with the agreement of the servient landowner and Form 70A. The second requirement is registration. According to Section 286, subsection 1 of National Land Code 1965, an easement is a registered interest and hence it shall only be effective by an instrument in Form 70A and common types of easement or Form 17B or grant a cross easement in respect of party wall under the National Land Code 1965. Referring to the case of Tan Wee Chun and Ong Pek Sang, it was held that trespass had been committed by the defendant and no rights of way existed in favor of the defendant as it was not registered, thus injunction was granted.
Hello, my name is Hassan and this is my wife.
His wife, Shifa, and we are the new neighbors. We just moved here. So, we just realized that the road that we'll be using every single day to get to our home is adjacent to our neighbor's land, Hani and Zab. So, I asked my husband now, is this allowed? Are we allowed to do this? So, my hubby did some research and we found out about easement. So now, we are on our way to obtain the easement from our neighbors.
Hello, we are the new neighbors.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh my god, what a beautiful house! Hello, we are the new neighbors. We just got married. How long have you been living here? Are you single? Are you married?
Hi neighbors.
Hi.
Honey,
Yes?
our new neighbors are here.
Ask them to come in lah.
They're already inside.
Hello guys. Oh, so come in.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, we came here to ask you guys for permission.
For what? In order for us to get to our home, we have to use the road that is adjacent to your land. Therefore, we will be very grateful if both of you guys can give us permission to use that road. Husband, what do you think?
Sure, why not just use that land?
See, I told you they will agree.
I know our all can believe in you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What happened?
Oh my god. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Why did you break?
No, because in front of us, there's this big fence over here, block our road. I'm so mad right now.
Tell them, husband. Tell them why you're mad.
When a few weeks ago, we already met Hani and Zaf to obtain their permission to use the road. But this morning, when we went out for breakfast, the road has been blocked by a fence.
And this is not right because in general we have the right to use that road. Why? Because we have already obtained their permission
Yes.
few weeks ago.
Yes.
So why? Hey Shifa, husband, why you guys here? Husband, you tell them. You tell them.
Answer me right now why there is a fence blocking our road this morning.
Well, the plan to build the fence was long before you guys were even our neighbor.
But I thought we just gained your permission to use the road.
And by law, the easement has already been established by now.
Actually, easement is only established when we go to registrar office and register for an easement.
Oh, okay. Then let's go.
Why are you guys here?
We are here to register an easement.
So which one are you? Is the servient landowner and the dominant landowner?
Me and my wife are the civil landowner, and both of them are the dominant landowner.
So you guys are sure to grant that easement? Yes. Alright, then all you have to do is sign this grant permission to use the road paper. Alright, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
With that, the dominant and the servant owners have already mutually agreed to register the easement. In the situation you see just now, the dominant owners are Shifa and Hazwan, meanwhile the servant owners are Zaf and Hani. Initially, when Shifa and Hazwan went to Zaf's and Hani's house to ask for the permission to use the road, they did obtain the permission to use the road, but only verbally. And that does not constitute to the establishment of easement because it is not in the form of registration or express agreement. The easement was formally established when all the parties involved signed the grant. Now, the dominant owners, Shifa and Hazwan, can finally use the road. But remember, everything must be according to the express agreement. Now that we have come to the end of our video, we hope that our viewers can grasp the idea of what is easement and in what situation does it apply. That's all from us. Thank you for watching.